Dr.Jemshith, Guest of Honor, School Observer and Deputy Consul General, Mr. Shahid Alam, Honorable President of Al-Abeer Group, Mr. Muhammad Alingal, Vice President, Dr.Jemshith, eminent members of the Managing Committee, Principal Mr. Syed Masood Ahmad, and other officials of the school, galaxy of intellectuals, teachers, and my dear students. Assalamu alaikum and fabulous afternoon to one and all. I, Farhana Khan Alizai, welcome you all to the Guinness World Records Certificate Distribution Ceremony. Though some world record holders are physical anomalies like the world's tallest man or the shortest, the Guinness Book of World Record is filled with incredibly remarkable attempts. One such outstanding attempt is the largest picture mosaic formed by 4,500 IISJ students. It is achieved by Al-Abeer Medical Group in association with International Indian School Jeddah on 14th November 2017. One song can change a moment. One idea can change a world. One step can start a journey. But a prayer can change the impossible. So let's commence the program with a recitation of few verses from the Holy Quran by Master Hamza Khalid of class 12B6, followed by its translation by Master Mas of class 12B6.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. A'udhu billahi minash shaytanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Qad aflaha al-mu'minun alladhina hum fi salatihim khashi'un والذين هم عن اللغو معرضون والذين للزكاة فاعلون والذين هم لفروجهم حافظون إلا على أزواجهم أو ما ملكت أيمانهم فإنهم غير ملومين فمن ابتغى وراء ذلك فأولئك هم العادون والذين هم لأماناتهم وعهدهم راعون والذين هم على صلواتهم يحافظون أولئك هم الوارثون الذين يرثون الفردوس هم فيها خالدون صدق الله العظيم.
جزاك الله خير.
Assalamu alaikum. The following is the verses of the translation of Surah Al-Mu'minun, verse 1 to 11. In the name of Allah, the most gracious and the most merciful. Certainly will the believers have succeeded, they who are during their prayer humbly submissive, and they who turn away from ill speech, and they who are observant of zakah, and those who guard their privates except with those joined to them in the marriage bond or whom the right hands possess. For indeed they will not be blamed. But whoever seeks beyond that, then those are the transgressors. And they who are to their trust and their promises attentive, and they who carefully maintain their prayers, Those are the inheritors. Who will inherit Al-Firdaus? They will abide therein eternally. Sadaqallahu al-Azim.
Jazakallah khair. Flowers always make people better, happier, and more helpful. They are sunshine, food, and medicine to the mind. Happiness radiates like the fragrance from a flower and draws all good things towards you. Let's share the happy moment by presenting the bouquet to His Excellency, Consul General Shri Nur Rahman Sheikh, by Gulf Sahodaya Stream 3 topper, Master Joshua George Stanley of class 12B6. To the guest of honor, school observer and Deputy Consular General, Mr. Shahid Alam, by Gulf Sahodaya Stream 2 topper, Master Delson Darley John of class 12B4. As a mark of reverence, a bouquet is presented to the President of Al-Abeer Group, Mr. Muhammad Alingal, by the Assistant Head Boy, Master Zayan Zakir of class 12B6. As a token of love, a bouquet is presented to the Vice President of Strategic Planning, Dr.Jemshith, and moreover, please pay attention, he is the student of IISJ family. It is presented by the second topper of Commerce 2 stream, Master Shaheem of class 12B3. Strive, to seek, and to find out is the motto of our beloved principal. He is at the forefront of all our endeavors in seeking out new frontiers. May I invite our respected principal, Mr. Syed Masood Ahmad, to deliver the welcome speech to the August gathering.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Most distinguished chief guest, His Excellency the Consul General of India, Shri Nur Rahman Sheikh, guest of honor, the school observer, Deputy Consul General, Mr. Muhammad Shahid Alam, very distinguished guest, the President of Al-Abeer Group, Mr. Muhammad Alungal, Vice President, Dr. Jemshith, MC members, colleagues, and my dear students and guests. A very good morning to you all. It has been quite some time, and it was a very, very long wait after accomplishing the task of making a world record in the Guinness Book. It was on 14th November 2017, and after that, every day the students kept reminding, where are our certificates? It was quite a sort of unbearable period for them to get that certificate of their accomplishment of making a record in the Guinness Book. Anyway, that excitement, that euphoria prevailed, and today is the day when these students who made the world record are going to be honored by giving the certificates. Obviously, And if I remember correctly, our students, the students of IISJ, in coordination with the Al-Abeer Group, they made that largest human mosaic on the World Diabetes Day on 14th November 2017, and this strength of students surpassed, if I remember correctly, the one that was somewhere in Iraq in 2015 on some other event. They had only 4,200 participants who could make the world record, and that record was broken in coordination with the Al-Abeer Group by the students of IISJ. It's definitely, it's surely, it's obviously a great moment for all of us, a proud moment for all of us, for all the 4,500 participants, as well as the Al-Abeer Group, that jointly we broke that world record. On this very auspicious occasion, it is my privilege to welcome the chief guest, Shri Noor Rahman Sheikh. He's always there with us. Whenever we go to invite him, he receives us with his very common smile and say, yes, I will be there. So we extend a very, very warm welcome to you on this occasion. That is a proud moment for all of us. On this occasion, we extend a very warm welcome to the one who is always a pillar of support for IISJ. Whatever problem is there in the school, whatever guidance is required, whatever support is required, whatever help is required, we always turn towards this official, the Deputy Consul General and the School Observer, Mr. Muhammad Shahid Alam. So we welcome you. In the whole Indian community in Jeddah, in Saudi Arabia, and maybe in most of the parts in India, this personality doesn't need any more introduction. He is one of the most, I should say, famous philanthropists, ever willing to help, extend his help to the poor, ever willing for any cause of social service, the most humble, down-to-earth person, the president of Al-Abeer Group. Mr. Muhammad Arungal, on behalf of the school management, I welcome you to this institution. And today, I am really very happy because we have a young doctor who is the vice president of the Al-Abeer Group. But this very young doctor, the vice president of the Al-Abeer Group, Dr.Jemshith, he has been a student of this very school. Not only that he was a student of this school, he was one of the toppers of IISJ. Not only that he was one of the toppers of IISJ, he was the head boy of IISJ. We welcome you, Doctor. It is my privilege to welcome the honorable members of the managing committee, the guests sitting here, all the highly excited students and the staff. And I do hope that today will be a very, very, very memorable day for all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words of wisdom. May I call upon Vice President of Al-Abeer Group of Strategic Planning, Dr. Jemshith, to present the report on the event.
Morning, everyone. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Respected dignitaries on and off the dais, media personalities, my dear teachers and fellow IISJs. Out of all the designations that I carry, the one that I value most is what Masood sir said, being an ex-IISJ. So thank you all for that. We've gathered here to witness the distribution ceremony of the certificate for the GWR attempt. And my task is to present an official report about the program, the event. Before we go into that, we'll watch a small video which we have put forward, capturing most of the moments that we lived. So first we'll see the video, then we'll come back to my speech. Can we have the lights dim, please? Ceremony. I'll just show you one sample one because you'll be getting it in bunches. You might not see this unless you distribute it afterwards. So this is the official certificate printed and distributed from the headquarters in UK. That's why the time took so long. This is signed by the president of the Guinness World Records. There's an official stamp on it. And the best part is you've got your individual names on this. So all the names given by the teachers for the 4,500 students who participated are each going to get a certificate. We don't have certificates for any of the other members like the teachers or the partners of Abeer or any other people. It's only for the 4,500 students. Right, before I explained to you about the event that we actually did on 14th. We'll just take a few minutes to tell you why we did this. Now this was part of a campaign which we thought was important to raise awareness in the community about diabetes. Incidentally, the World Diabetes Day falls on November 14th, which is the birthday of Frederick Banting, who discovered insulin. It's also the Children's Day, that's why the two coincided, and we thought of something to club it together. Now we'll tell you why diabetes is so important. We'll do a small exercise here. Can people, I believe you've got your new sections, you've got your roll numbers as well, right? Can people with roll number 5 stand up, please? Roll number 5. Anybody with roll number 5? Roll number 10. Please keep standing, please keep standing. Roll number 15. Roll number 20. Okay, thank you. Please sit down. It's just a rough estimation to tell you that 1 in 5 among you, at the rate at which diabetes is going and the current rates of prevalence of diabetes, are going to have diabetes by the time you're around 40 or 45. 1 in 5. That is a sizable number. And the best part is, up to 70% of that can be prevented. 70% of that can be prevented if you act now. And you are the warriors who helped us in spreading the message. The event was captured so well by the media that it spread across, the word spread across to different parts of the world, saying that we students are putting up a big fight for that. Now, as Rasul sir said, this was a record we broke, set up by the Iraqi army. Subsequent to our effort, there were 2 more attempts, but didn't succeed. One was by the Ajman police, which tried, they didn't succeed. The latest one was in February, where a school in UAE again tried for the same thing, they didn't succeed. So be proud of you guys. In addition to the event we did on 14th, we also were doing a couple of other things. We had passed on a questionnaire to all of you, asking to fill it up as a survey to assess the awareness of diabetes and to take a few measurements. So we are in the process of analyzing that, but depending on the data that we have, it's very obvious most of the students don't have a clue about what diabetes is and how to prevent that. So the subsequent steps, what we are planning in association with the school, is to have some sort of orientation or an enlightening program where we come and explain how you can prevent it from getting to you or your family members or your friends. So we'll be subsequently planning this. Now, I don't want to actually present a long report about the event. You were all participants in that and we just saw what went through. So that's all pretty clear. I'll just focus on a few things. What are the takeaways? What do we take away from the event that we did? So I've just put down 4 things which I think is the most important takeaway that we can take from this event. First of all, as the common adage says, where there's a will, there's a way. So it is the will of your students which showed us the way of how to achieve this record. And I would quote one more, the famous poet, the famous story writer, Paulo Coelho. He said, if you really want something, the whole world conspires, the whole universe conspires to get you that. And that is what I think all of you should do. Set yourself targets, set yourselves aim, and the world will help you in achieving that. And obviously it was helped by the meticulous planning by some of your teachers. I was quite amazed by the level of expertise they all displayed. Naufal sir, Rashid sir, Saudi sir, Masood sir, all of them were hand in hands with us to help us plan and execute this. And that is why the success of the event was. The second thing, after you pass out of school, you get into colleges, you get a professional degree, and then you start working somewhere in some company. And there you will come across a department called Department of Learning and Development. There, what they do is, they hire coaches, they hire trainers, spend millions of riyals or dollars to try to impart education to the employees. And what do they impart? They try to impart soft skills, like teamwork, commitment, dedication. And we have displayed all of these skills among you all. So be proud of that as well. Another thing is, now when you pass out of school and when you go back, what do you carry as memories? I don't think it is the structure of benzene or the number of covalent bonds in a particular molecule. I'm sure it is the trips that you had to the beaches that the school takes you to. It is the inter-school competitions that you do. So similarly, this is one memory that you're going to cherish for a lifetime. So this is one big takeaway that we can all take back from the event. Last but not the least, it in a way sort of fine-tunes or sharpens your acumen to deal with realities in the real life. What you think as positive and what you do for a good cause might sometimes be misinterpreted and reflect back at you in a wrong way. It's like your self-goal in football. You try to clear off the ball, it reflects somewhere and gets in your own post. So don't be disheartened, stay firm, stick to your beliefs, and if you go ahead with the commitment that you have, anything will fall in place. So thank you all for the listening and wish you all the best in your life.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring chairman, Mr. Asif Ramesh Daudi. As a token of love, a bouquet is presented to our chairman of the school managing committee, Mr. Asif Ramesh Daudi, by Syed Murtaza Ali, Stream 1 topper of class 12B2. Success is the result of perfection, hard work, loyalty and persistence is the motto of our chairman. May I humbly call upon our chairman of school managing committee, Mr. Asif Ramesh Daudi, to deliver felicitation speech.
Auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah and good afternoon to one and all. Thank you very much. It's indeed an honor for me to address you all on this auspicious occasion in presence of His Excellency Muhammad Nur Rahman Sheikh, the Consul General of India, who has always been a source of inspiration for the Indian community here in Jeddah and around Jeddah. We really thank you, sir, for your kind presence. We know how busy you are. Also, I would like to thank the Deputy Consul General and School Observer, Janab Shahid Alam Sahab, for his continuous support to our school. We have here the President of Al-Abeer Group, Mr. Alangal, and as we all know that having any organization of this sort needs lots of hard work, and he being an Indian, I personally being an Indian, first of all feel great that we have personalities like him who tried their best and succeeded in life. That is another source of inspiration. I also like to thank the principal of the school and Dr.Jemshith. They are sitting on this stage. Finally, the day has arrived that you are going to have the official certificates from the Guinness World Records office. My sincere apologies, first of all, for the delay, whatever. They say that all's well that ends well. And today we are witnessing that something that our students achieved months ago, and it was a history created by our students in collaboration with Al-Abeer, is now finally today is about to conclude. And I hope in future, whether this year, next year or always, our students will try their best to bring laurels and more records in future, with the support of our Indian community and all the competent authorities here in Jeddah. This has always been a talk of town, but I can, on behalf of the management committee, can assure that the intention was always pure. The intention was to have our school and our students participating in such of kind of activity where we never actually tried in the past. This was, of course, an initiative of Al-Abeer. They approached us and we collectively wanted to have it done for only one reason, that our students will get a chance to participate in that and to have certificates, and that they can always have with them and feel great being part of the GWR. Whatever delay, whatever other things happened, those were all unintentional, but I still feel sorry for that. I'm sure today our students are happy, their parents are happy, and IISJ itself is feeling great, honored and proud. With this, my sincere apologies for the delay, because I had classes at university and I rushed, but I'll just conclude my speech and hope and I wish all the best to all.
President of Al-Abeer Group, Mr. Mohammad Al-Lingal, to deliver the speech.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. As-salatu was-salamu ala Rasulil Ameen Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Respected Chief Guest, His Excellency Consul General of India, Muhammad Noor Rahman Sheikh, our school observer and Vice Councillor Mrs. Shahid Alam, Management Committee Chairman and other members, Principal Dr. Mr. Said Masood Ahmed, Headmaster in charge Mr. Maria Das, media persons, parents and all other dignitaries on and off the stage, and my dear students, or as I call it, the promising stars of tomorrow. First of all, I would like to congratulate all of you for this great achievement. I'm sure all of you enjoyed it as much as I did. This event really portrayed your will and determination towards a good cause, and I am proud to be associated with it. This event was organized as an awareness program against the rising prevalence of diabetes in our society. It is our mission to raise awareness against such lifestyle diseases and promote healthy living and wellness among the community. Two subjects that we choose to raise awareness against that: the prevalence of diabetes and the habit of smoking, which are proceeding in different ways. Having achieved this Guinness World Record, don't get carried away by this. Rather, think about the message it holds for you. This is your hard work against a limit that someone had set earlier. And if you break it, you win. If not, you lose. That is how life is. Everyone wants to be a winner, but all of them don't. The ones who really get there are the ones who work really hard. That is what I want to tell you all. Work for that thing you have always want to be. Work hard and you will succeed. This should be a beginning of to set a new record of break existing ones in your life, and I extend our support to all such endeavors from your side. Back in my days, we used to have a habit of sleepovers very often at relatives' house or a friend's house. This had helped us a lot in understanding people, value of relationship, how to deal with people, and much more. I was surprised to come across an article that stated that in certain schools in Europe, this system is being adopted into their curriculum. I feel this is something we are losing nowadays. So, during this vacation time, when you go back home, I suggest you all visit or even stay with a relative or some family and learn from them. I thank you all for being a part of this huge attempt that you did rather we did together. The Consulate has always been supportive in our activities, not to forget the role of management committee, teachers, parents, and other supporting staff, and the students who have worked very closely with us in making this a success. Special mention to IISJ Reporters Club, who have been done a great job coordinating with us. I was told by your headmaster, Mr. Naufal, that the Reporters Club is bringing a lot of innovative ideas to the school and playing a great role among the students. As an appreciation and encouragement to go forward, I would like to gift you a camera for your future needs. Dear children, an advice that I would like to give you today is, everything you do has merit and demerits. In this era of social media, information is at your fingertips. The direction you grow depends on the data you browse. Always be honest and truthful in what you say and what you do, and think twice before you speak about anything, and be 100% sure about it. I don't have to explain to you the recent happenings in our country. One cannot look at it without shame. You being the future of this world, always remember to stand with the truth and support the less privileged in life. Also, I would take the honor of handing over the commitment note for the scholarship of 10 deserving students for the academic year of 18 and 19. I also announce a free health screening at any of our centers for all 4,500 students who participated in the GWR event. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your motivating words. May I request the Consul General of India, Shri Nur Rahman Sheikh, School Observer, and Deputy Consular General, Mr. Shahid Alam, and other dignitaries to receive the Guinness Record official certificates. May I request, dear students, a standing ovation for this event. May I humbly invite members of the managing committee to join.
May I have your attention? Just a few seconds. I would like to read out what's written there on this certificate. This is the original Guinness World Record certificate. It says, the largest picture mosaic formed by people consists of 4,500 participants and was achieved by Al-Abeer Medical Group in association with International Indian School Jeddah, both Saudi Arabia, in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia on 14th November 2017. Officially amazing. This is what is written here.
Feather in the cap of IISJ and remind future generation of the names of teachers and students who took part on 14th November 2017, creating world record. This sweet moment will remain with IISJ as a cherished dream. May I humbly request the President of Al-Abeer Group, Mr. Mohammad Alingal, and other dignitaries to unveil the plaque. In the presence of school observer and all other dignitaries. May I request President of Al-Abeer Group, Mr. Mohammad Alingal, to sign and then hand it over to the Principal, Mr. Syed Masood Ahmad. In the presence of His Excellency Consul General of India, Shri Noor Rahman Sheikh, and School Observer and Deputy Consul General, Mr. Shahid Alam, and other dignitaries, Chairman of our School Managing Committee, Mr. Asif Ramiz Daudi, and other dignitaries. May I request the Managing Committee members to join them.
Assalamu alaikum. Good evening to all. Thank you, Abeer, Mr. Alingal in particular, for taking the lead of coming up with this idea of forming the largest human mosaic. And my hardest congratulations to all the 4,500 world Guinness record holders of the IISJ. The certificates that you would be getting today and carrying home has a lot of significance. The certificate can be referred to for the rest of your life, to remember those great moments, those efforts that you had put in to become part of this record. As I keep saying, these are very important part of life. In school, such as IISJ, of course, academics plays a very important part. Besides that, whatever extracurricular activities that you do, for example, the forming of the largest human mosaic on 14th November. I was there with all of you. I could see it was a warm day. Several attempts or rehearsals were to be made, but the kind of patience you had was remarkable. As Dr.Jemshith was saying, many other students or group of people have been making efforts to even break this record. I'm sure the efforts that you have put in on that day will last a very long way. I'm just waiting it to be calmed down. Like, I think a lot of people want to talk among themselves. Now it's quite clear. Just to repeat what I was saying, the gist of it, as students, not only your academics, be proud of what you keep doing on other fields, whether it be sports, whether it be any other activities that you do. And as you have seen, once upon a time, Dr.Jemshith, the Vice President of Al-Abeer, was the head boy of the school or a student of the school, and is doing pretty well. Set high goals in your life, and as part of it, you are anyways one of the Guinness record holders, so you have nothing to worry about, you have nothing to be apprehensive about. You are an achievement in itself, and keep building on this. Try to do better and keep working very hard. Certainly, when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. Work very hard. There's nothing impossible or so tough that cannot be cracked. Everything is possible. When any other human being has done it, certainly you can do it. Once again, my hardest congratulations to the IISJ students, all the 4,500 record holders, the teaching staff of this school led by its principal, Mr. Masood, and MC led by its chairman, Mr. Asif Dawdi Sahab. My very able colleague, Mr. Shahid Alam, being the observer, has also been providing its assistance and guidance to all of you. Please keep working hard. Certainly success is all yours, and keep remembering these moments of success and achievements that you have got in your life. Value the certificate that you will be getting today. Probably keep it hanging on your wall, looking at it at least once in a day, and remind yourself that you need to keep working hard for those achievements. Thank you very much, and my best wishes to you once again.
Thank you, sir, for your motivational speech. May I humbly request Member of Managing Committee, Mr. Tahir Ali, to kindly give away the certificates to Class 6 girls. I think if you come first with a new world record, that is the best. May I invite Class 6A1 prefects to receive their certificates.
take a chance and let you in. Just take my hand and take me home tonight. We defeat all impossibilities. Yeah, you and me will take our hearts and run free into the
His Excellency, Consul General of India, Sri Noor Rahman Sheikh, Honorable Deputy Consul General and School Observer, Sri Shahid Alam, respected Chairman and members of the Managing Committee, the President of Al-Abeer Group, Mr. Muhammad Alangal, the Vice President of Abeer Group, Dr.Jemshith, all distinguished guests from Al-Abeer Group, our most respected Principal, Vice Principal, agents of various blocks, school officials, media representatives, teachers and my dear students, a warm good afternoon to one and all. On this very historic day, when we conclude the event that began on 14th November 2017, I deem it my proud privilege to propose a vote of thanks on behalf of IISJ family. Our chief guest of this evening, His Excellency Consul General of India, is an inspiration to all the Indian diaspora in the kingdom. He has been a strong support to the school and has been kind enough to spare his valuable time and honoring our students by handing over the Guinness World Records Certificate. Sir, we consider ourselves fortunate for being the part of this event and thank you for honoring us. Our most Honorable Deputy Consul General and School Observer, Sri Shahid Alam, is indeed a dynamic leader. He is a strong pillar of support for all at IISJ. A person who is approachable and one who is ready to stand by anything for the good cause to the school and the community. We thank you, sir, for your valuable presence for honoring our students. I also thank the Chairman of the Managing Committee and his entire team for the valuable time and rendering honorary services to our esteemed institution. Your effort in taking our school to the next level is highly appreciated, and on behalf of all at IISJ, I thank you for being the part of this special evening. Mr. Alingal is an unassuming but great personality. He is a well-known person in Kingdom and back in Kerala for his immense contribution towards services to mankind. I thank you, sir, for choosing IISJ to be the part of this great event. I thank your entire team who put in their best effort made this event a grand success. Dr.Jemshith, Vice President, Al-Abeer Group, thank you for being the part of this grand success of achieving Guinness World Record. I will be failing in my duty if I don't thank the parents of our students who permitted their wards to be the part of this event and stood by us even when small difficulties took place during the event. I thank the doctors at Al-Abeer who attended the students and gave us full support when we were panicked and brought the things normal. Last but not least, the entire staff of IISJ, both non-teaching and teaching, students, and our beloved HM, Mr. Naufal, hats off to all of you for being a part of this success of this mega event. Thank you one and all, and have a nice day.
Students, attention!